Hi, in this video we will look at atoms, elements, compounds and molecules. These are key terms used in science and it is important that you understand these terms. If you need more help with this topic or would like to practice some questions to improve your understanding, then please click the links in the description below. All the known elements are listed in the periodic table, and hopefully you will be able to recognise the names of some common elements from the periodic table, such as hydrogen, the gas which burns with a squeaky pop, the gases oxygen and nitrogen which make up most of the air, chlorine gas which is used in the manufacture of bleach and disinfectants, helium which is used in hot air balloons, lead metal which is used in the manufacture of car batteries, iron which is used to make the alloy steel, the metal magnesium which is the metal which you've probably seen burning very brightly in your science lessons, and the metal mercury which is the only liquid metal at room temperature and it's commonly used in thermometers. Now you should notice that if the element symbol contains a single letter, it is always a capital letter, and if the element symbol has two letters, then the first letter is always capitalised and the second letter in the symbol is always in lowercase. Now it's a good idea to try and make an effort to learn the names and symbols for the first 20 elements, as these are the ones you're most likely to meet in your GCSE course. Now what is different about elements is that they are simple substances composed of only one type of atom. For example, gold is a metal which consists of only gold atoms, or iron is another metal which consists of only iron atoms. Now all the gold atoms are identical to each other, and all the iron atoms are identical to other iron atoms, but the atoms of gold are very different from the atoms of iron. Let's have a look now at some of the properties of compounds in a little more detail. Now compounds are formed during chemical reactions when two or more different elements combine chemically with each other. Usually during a chemical reaction, energy changes take place, such as the release of heat, light and sound energy. Now an important point you should know is that compounds have totally different properties from the elements that make them up, and we will look at this in a little more detail shortly. Finally, in any particular compound, the elements are always found in fixed proportions. Now let's have a look at these four facts in more detail now by considering the reaction of iron and sulfur. Now if a mixture of iron and sulfur are placed in a boiling tube and heated strongly with a Bunsen burner, a reddish glow is seen as the two elements react to form the compound iron sulfide. A word equation for this reaction is shown. Now iron is a dull grey magnetic metal, while sulfur is a yellow solid powder at room temperature. The product of this reaction, the iron sulfide, has none of the properties of the two elements that make it up. That is, it is not magnetic and it is not yellow. This emphasises the point that compounds have different chemical and physical properties from the elements that make them up. Finally, in the compound iron sulfide, the iron and sulfur atoms combine in the ratio of one atom of iron to one atom of sulfur to give a compound with the formula FeS. That is, in any particular compound, the elements which make it up always combine in the same fixed proportions. Molecules are simply small groups of atoms. You probably already know the names of lots of molecular substances. For example, water is a molecule made up of two atoms of hydrogen and one atom of oxygen, and its chemical formula is H2O. Carbon dioxide is another molecular substance made up of one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen, so its chemical formula will be CO2. Methane, the gas used in Bunsen burners, is also a molecular substance which contains one atom of carbon and four atoms of hydrogen, so its chemical formula will be CH4. Ammonia is another substance which consists of small molecules. It is made up of one atom of nitrogen and three atoms of hydrogen, and so its chemical formula will be NH3. All the substances we have looked at so far are not only molecules, but they're also compounds, since each type of molecule contains more than one type of atom. But not all molecules are compounds. For example, oxygen gas is made up of a small molecule which consists of 2 oxygen atoms. Its chemical formula is O2. Similarly, nitrogen and hydrogen are also small diatomic molecules, that is, molecules made up of only 2 atoms, and each of the atoms in these molecules is the same, which means that these molecules will all be elements. Hi, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful or would simply like more information, then why not visit the website that accompanies these videos? The links are in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, then please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you.